I'm not gonna update y'all on too much. Let's just watch what Poetic said. Everybody's been posting
The
about this.
rumors that T Grizzley paid for his aunt/manager to be killed started off as a simple conspiracy. It's now escalated to the point where the murder suspect defense is in court saying that T Grizzley paid for the hit. Let's do a quick recap just to make sure everybody is caught up on this situation. And if you're not caught up and didn't watch the other two videos, you can go to the T Grizzley playlist to get caught up. Ooh. But T Grizzley auntie Jobina Brown was shot and killed in 2019.
Sad to have to report this, but Jobina J.B. Brown, the manager and aunt of T Grizzley, was shot and killed in Detroit on Tuesday night, August 20. Comments about her death began surfacing Wednesday, August 21st on social media before her passing was confirmed by TMZ. According to law enforcement sources, a shooter opened fire on Grizzly's Cadillac Escalade while the vehicle was traveling around Detroit. The gunman allegedly
hearing this, right?
Shot Brown, who was sitting in the back seat in her left side. Grizzly was reportedly riding.
So the gunman pulled up, opened fire on his aunt inside the car.
Said the attacker fired 3 or 4 shots and noted that Brown screamed before the gunfire began. Brown was rushed to a local hospital but died from her wounds. She was 41 years old. Police don't know if Grizzly was the intended target of the attack.
So for those of y'all that don't know, Brown is
let's continue the brief recap before we get into the new details.
That's his auntie.
It left me stunned. So if you watched my last video, you know that T Grizzley did an interview. During this interview, T Grizzley detailed exactly what took place the moments before the shootout. T Grizzley and Jobina was riding around in their Chrysler 300 with a driver. They had to make a stop before getting to their destination. They stopped at T Grizzley's family house from his daddy's side. When they stopped there, T Grizzley got out from the back driver's side. Jobina was sitting in the back passenger side. When T Grizzley got out and walked to the porch, gunmen came, opened up the back passenger side, shot into the vehicle, and killed Jobina. T Grizzley says the shooters were looking for him, and that's why they opened up the back passenger side, because they thought that's where he was sitting.
Still breathing and everything. She called me. She called you while she was shot. She called me.
What'd she say?
I was trying to talk to her. I didn't hear what she was saying. Oh, she couldn't really form no words. You know what I'm saying? But like,
there's people watching.
They opened my door. Okay, they were shooting in the car. They hit her 8 times though.
All right, so they hit Shorty 8 times in the whip. You feel me?
This came from. No, I ain't got no idea where it came
from. That's targeted. That's overkill. You feel me? If it was like an accidental, like self-defense, it would have been pop, pop, maybe. You feel me? 8 shots.
Like everybody was.
Sound like the whole.
T Grizzley was correct. Everybody was a suspect.
It's crazy.
But we'll get to that later and
R.I.P.
exactly
Brown.
what that means. But let's continue.
All right, so this is Wu 600. You see Wu 600 to the left? You see him? Little crash out. You feel me? He looked like, bro. He looked like a demon, bro. Straight demon out of Chirac, like whatever 600's at. You could tell, bro, straight out the slums of that block. You feel me? You could tell he looked like the one that uncracked all the treaches that was on the block. Like, he looked like one of those.
Wu was initially arrested for the murder because he was pulled over in Chicago while sitting in an alleyway
I call it how it is.
in a stolen vehicle, as well as being in possession of a firearm. The stolen vehicle that he was sitting in the alleyway was actually the getaway vehicle used in the murder of T Grizzley's aunt. And the firearm, after ballistics was done, was the same firearm used in the murder of T Grizzley's auntie. And the cell phone towers confirmed that Wu-Tang was actually at the location for 2 hours before T Grizzley and his aunt got there.
Whoa.
Why would you hiding out at that location with the murder vehicle and the murder weapon? Obviously, you are.
Whoa. All right, so basically, Wu 600 thought he could spin blocks in the same rental. Mind you, if y'all never had a rental before, they track every rental. So he's riding around in a fucking car that basically might as well have a fucking air tag in it, where somebody looking at everywhere you going, every block you spinning, every whatever, bro. So he kept the rental like a dumbass. Probably ain't even know. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you still got the knock. You still got the knocks from the shootout, bro. He is a wild boy. But they also said he was chilling at the location where T Grizzley's aunt got blicked down. Rest in peace. That's crazy. That's mad heartless for me to. You know, it is gonna go on the internet. I gotta stop talking about that like that, bro. No doubt. I sound real immature. But where his aunt lost her life and she was unfortunately unalived is where everything was taking place, you feel me? And he was already there 2 hours prior to the shootout. So it's like you already knew they was gonna pull out. That's where it's kind of weird.
But it also opened up more room for suspicion for T Grizzley. If this was a stop that was out the blue, it was a stop that came up while yo was in the vehicle, and you just made an emergency stop somewhere to grab something, then how did the shooters know to be at that location for 2 hours? It didn't make sense whatsoever. And if they were at that location for 2 hours and they seen you get out, then why would they open up the vehicle and put your aunt if they were looking for you? It made zero sense whatsoever.
If they had the drop already, they already there 2 hours prior, bro. Somebody told them we was gonna be here at this time. Somebody told them they was gonna be there at that time.
Understand this when I tell you this.
That's where it's kind of fishy.
I'm not talking about
that's what he's saying. T Grizzley might get into some other shit.
I'm talking everything I tell you. They've been in the room when it happened. I'm not talking about, hey yo, I heard this. Hey yo, Pookie told me no. I'm talking
my
about.
Boy got the Arizona sweet tea. I still got the tea. Nah, bro. He basically saying that he got inside information from the people that was actually in the crib. People got influence, y'all. All these people like DJ Academics and shit, they breaking down these cases like 1090 Jake and shit. They get calls, bro. They get some, you feel me? Some information y'all wouldn't even be able to get access to if y'all looked it up on Google or ChatGPT, bro. You're not gonna be able to find it. You just can't. You know, these people, they just got more reach. I'm not gonna lie. That's what type of motion we trying to get to. We gonna get there, bro. We gonna get there.
When I tell you something in this video, understand. The person I heard it from was in the room when it happened.
I'm sorry, it's not funny.
The person that told me is connected directly to the situation. I was told the police chief. Look.
Wow, wait. Hold up, y'all.
This is Podfire.
Oh my God, bro, the ads. Y'all, we don't do this. I don't pay for YouTube, so unfortunately, we might have to deal with this sometime. Welcome to broke living. You know what I'm saying? Not low-key living right now. We not broke. We just working 9 to 5. I don't consider it all that, though. Why is my handles over here, though, bro? It should be right there. Yeah. All right, sorry for that, y'all. Some little things like that irk my soul. I'm not gonna lie. Why is that happening?
Know you involved somehow. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of this.
All right, y'all.
The police chief thought this. The police chief thought that T Grizzley was involved somehow. They just couldn't prove it. They just couldn't connect the dots because people wasn't talking. Whoever this Wu-Tang guy is, he been quiet. That's a.
Mind you, this shootout and this shootout occurred in 2019, so it's been some years. They didn't catch him till I think 2 years later or something like that. But the whole issue is that he's like Wu 600 or something like that, or Wu-Tang 600 block, whatever. No offense to them, or they block. You know, I know there's real blood behind certain things. I'm not dissing. I got homies from Chicago. Shout out to Rico. My boy from Englewood. So you know what I mean. Like, I got people in Chicago. So I don't ever want to come at Chicago sideways, bro. I know how it is. I know how Philly is. I got family in Philly too. So I'm not even about to play games with no block, you know. But what you call it though? Like for real. Basically, the clique that Wu-Tang, the one that did the shootout did the shootout, he's apparently affiliated with Lil Durk, and he's also affiliated with with Buka 600. Buka 600, for those of y'all that don't know, that haven't been caught up to date with this stuff, Buka 600 is affiliated with Wu-Tang 600 or Wu 600, right? So everybody's confused as to why Buka 600 was a best man at T Grizzley's wedding years after this shootout occurred that unalived his aunt, his family. He's hanging out with the person in the same camp as the man that unalived his auntie. That's why people are feeling like this is a little weird. Why would you be closer to the people that unalived one of your family members? Get me? So that's where it's like suspicious. Everybody's kind of like coming at T, but I don't think that T Grizzley did it. Above all of that, it's pure speculation. Because at the end of the day, T Grizzley spoke on his own behalf, bro. And unless they have video footage of what precise movements he made, then his word is his word, you know? And he wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, and everybody knows he wasn't. So at the end of the day, trying to pin the murder on him, if there's no, you know, wire transactions or anything connected to those dates, and they shouldn't even be talking, bro.
Oh, if we're going to talk about what happened in that courtroom, it's not looking good for T Grizzley what took place.
See, why they on his, you feel me?
But the police chief told T Grizzley.
He sound like he, bro.
You know you involved.
He sound like he want T Grizzley to be wrong, bro. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. He sound like he already want him to be wrong. Like he don't believe T Grizzley, but that's none of my business.
Somehow.
Feel his energy,
now,
bro.
you can
Keep his
say
energy.
The police chief is salty. They got something against T Grizzley. They got a vendetta against T Grizzley. Okay, you can probably go with that. But when the police chief is telling T Grizzley that to his face, and he's telling Jobina Brown's family to their face, hey, we know something is up. The police chief told Jobina Brown's sister and Jobina Brown's mother that they believe that T Grizzley is involved somehow. Now, T Grizzley became a suspect.
Okay, but if he is involved, the police, who's to say it wasn't that he was targeted? And who's to say that they didn't want to get, bro? Just because a woman got killed doesn't mean a woman could never get killed, bro. Scammers keep calling me, bro. Stop calling me. You're getting banged on every time, bro. I hate, bro. Ever since I got this job, scammers keep calling me, y'all. I don't understand it. Like, did they just pass out like my number on flyers? I don't know. But yeah, I'll get sidetracked. But yo, everybody's pissed off because they're like, oh, why was a woman the target of the shootout? She looks nothing like T Grizzley. If T Grizzley was the target, why didn't they shoot at T Grizzley? Yada, 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 right? What if nobody's bringing this to the table, right? What if the person on that affiliated with whatever camp they're affiliated with, what if they just wanted to shed blood on his side regardless to get back at him some sort of way? You understand? Like, let's be real. Sometimes gangs take parents' lives, they take cousins' lives, they take kids' lives, bro. God forbid, you feel me? And that's always the worst case scenario. But some people take it to that extent. So I don't think a 41-year-old woman will be spared if it's real, like, smoke in the streets. It's like they're gonna catch whoever they could catch, you know? And if they just wanted to catch that one because it was the closest one, they wanted to hit the whip. She was the only one in the car. It's an unfortunate circumstance. It was wrong place, wrong time, you know? I honestly wish she was here to this day. I don't even know her, but nobody deserves to go out like that. I think that's terrible. But people are making it seem like it's T Grizzley's fault she got killed, bro. And if it is, it may be because he was the target. It might not be because he was the one that, you feel me, initiated it. That's crazy, bro. You can't just do that until y'all got rock solid evidence. That's why I say this is pure conspiracy. I really don't want to say this is factual. I really fuck with T Grizzley and his music. I don't want to come off like, you know, shit weird, bro.
So T Grizzley's uncle was married to Jobina Brown. The uncle went to jail 3 months before her death. Within those 3 months, T Grizzley began an intimate relationship with Jobina Brown. Police chief looked at that and thought, wait, that's...
Mind you, it's not incest. Apparently they weren't blood related. So, yes, that might be weird if she was considered his auntie. But they're not blood, so I heard. So I'm just throwing that out there too. So everybody's saying, oh, he's doing incest, da-da-da. They're not blood. So let's bang that out the window too. It's weird,
that
but
could obviously lead to something.
Money makes people do weird things, y'all.
Puzzle together. T Grizzley and Jobina never fully admitted that they were intimate, but I was told that family members began to figure it out fairly quickly, and it was starting to get around.
So they were really close business partners, you know? You close to somebody, you're making a lot of money with somebody.
Now,
it might make you feel some type of attracted to them. You never touched this type of money in your life. You doing it with this person. It's a bond y'all got that
makes things
probably
so much worse.
1% of the world.
The rumors that Jovina Brown was pregnant came from,
and they're not blood. So you think somebody's not related to you by blood, and you're going through these experiences with them and stuff like that. It's I can't say it, bro. It's human nature. Like when a male and a woman is like, you know, and I'm not even saying that, but like with family is wrong. I don't condone it. I don't think that's okay at all. But it's like, you feel me? What did they expect, bro? You leaving two people to make a lot of money together by themselves. What they gonna do, bro? They're gonna run off. They're gonna do them. They just decided to do what they want with each other.
And it wasn't a prosecution who put that theory out there. It was the defense. It was Wu Thing's defense attorney. You see, Wu Thing is the murder suspect in this trial. Whatever his defense attorney say came from Wu Thing.
Okay.
See, street dudes is finding creative
so Wu
ways
Thing
to
is
tell now.
snitching.
They telling through their lawyers, right? They won't get their butt up on that particular stand and point their hand and tell it all, but they gonna tell through their lawyer. The
Did he
defense
snitch?
attorney, who is responsible for getting Wu Thing off, he came to court and he says, listen, obviously, T Grizzly put the hit out on Jovina Brown. He said that in court.
Whoa.
By saying, this is what I...
Where's the proof? Where is the proof? They're wildin', bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yo, T Grizzly, stay prayed up, bro.
First up, let's talk about AI colors.
They coming for your body, bro.
The transcripts will prove it.
I'm not one of them. I just want T Grizzly to know we on his side, bro.
Jovina Brown was pregnant. Now the prosecution understands that
now we on 8 status right now. They coming for T Grizzly too crazy.
But right now,
gotta put the
they're
vape
trying
on.
to prosecute Wu Thing. So they brought the autopsy person or somebody. And
why all of a sudden? Hold on. If he caught the body in 2019, and they're just now talking about this conspiracy that T Grizzly did something, right? If they're just now talking about it, we in 2025, y'all. I know y'all know the date. We're not done. You know what I mean? It's 2025. She passed away, and she was unalived in 2019. They caught him in like 2021, 2022. Oh, we're in 2025, and now that conspiracies are floating around, he wants to admit to the judge that he could have paid for the hit. Why you ain't say that years ago, bro? Feel me? It's weird, bro. It's weird. That's the type of stuff nobody's pointing out, though. And that's the type of stuff that I gotta point out to y'all, because a lot of people are biased against Grizz. You feel me? But I gotta back T too. You know, sometimes everybody be trying to attack T for what, bro?
T Grizzly is a smart man, so he already understands that if the defense attorney is in court saying that you were the one who put the hit on your auntie, that came from the murder suspect, that came from the shooters. That means the shooters is already talking. That means the shooters is already giving
I need proof, bro. I don't see no evidence, bro.
They're trying to use that to get him off. It's not looking good for you, man. And all that tells me, to be honest, is that the shooters believe the aunt was pregnant. They probably heard, this is why we're doing this. This is why we're taking her out. They probably was under the impression, yo, we gotta, you feel me, take her out because she's pregnant. And if that's the case, then maybe if T Grizzly is involved,
where's the proof that she was pregnant?
But the whole time she wasn't. Maybe he was told if he's involved.
Where's the proof that they were messing with each other?
So if I'm T Grizzly and I'm hearing this information, if I'm involved and I know who I told this to, then I know they telling. I know they talking already. And it's not looking good at all. Now,
what's not looking good is the evidence board for everything they're trying to put against T Grizzly. Like at the end of the day,
the shooter is saying, yo, the phone is registered in somebody else's name. However, that number from that phone is a number that's known to him. It is a number that he's been using for like his probation officer, his family and friends.
Okay, so they got a cell phone number.
But because the phone is registered in somebody else's name, he's trying to get it dismissed. It's not going. They're not dismissing it. The evidence stands. The driver who was in the vehicle when Jovina Brown was shot and killed, he testified that the shooting took place 45 seconds from when T Grizzly got out the vehicle. What that shows is T Grizzly was on that porch. that shows that there's a high likelihood that the shooters seen T Grizzly. Because from how the car is positioned in a picture of the house, if you're walking up to the back driver's
they haven't
side,
shown no evidence though. Is it just me?
Like you can see the porch from that angle, and you'll be able to see a 6'3", 350-pound T Grizzly. You can't miss him. So if he was the target, you'll be able to see him. He was not the target. It doesn't make sense that he is the target.
I don't want to believe it, bro.
Someone who hopped
I really
on
don't,
with
bro.
T Grizzly. Someone who talked to T Grizzly after the incident.
They need better evidence.
And was told by T Grizzly what happened. I asked, how did T Grizzly sound? Like, was he, like, emotional? The words that I was told, verbatim, it felt like he was trying to fake emotions.
What?
It felt like he was trying to, like, kind of like draw up something. Like, he was trying to sound like he was distraught. The person told me, bro, I can't really explain it, they said. It just felt like he was trying to, like, come across as if it was this and it was not. Sada Baby was also signed to Jobina Brown. Sada Baby was one of the people who came to identify.
I know Sada Baby.
I believe it was Sada.
Little bitch won't ride. Told her, bro, they don't get out her body. Get by her side. Get right beside me. I'm gonna get in this thing, get the slide in. This bitch making me feel erotic. She wanna get on this rocket. I don't give a fuck about her mileage. And her grandmama related to the whiners. They don't wanna see me do my dance and these $1,000 little pants. Don't disrespect me and my man. Whole lot of choppers on your ass. Ew, we know about Sada Baby, yo. That was probably his hottest track. Nicki Minaj on the feature too, Queen. You feel me? You already know the vibes. Big New York shit.
Sada Baby and Jobina Brown's sister, if not her mother, who went to identify her body. And I was told that Sada Baby was distraught. He was effed up about this. I was told, but like Sada Baby was looking at T Grizzly a little crazy. The Sada Baby actually looked T Grizzly in his eyes and told him, hey, bruh, tell me you don't got nothing to do with this. That even Sada Baby wanted T Grizzly to know, hey, bruh, tell me you got nothing to do with this, man. And that T Grizzly gave his word to Sada Baby that he ain't had nothing to do with this.
And you know how some people are scary, like, to talk about the situation?
It's not looking good.
T Grizzly immediately responded, y'all, publicly, saying you can't feed into everything that's on the internet.
I'm gonna have people in the room.
You feel me?
We're gonna
like, if he was so wrong, why did he post a video on the internet? Everybody was like, oh, you should have stood quiet. You should have stood quiet. If he was guilty, he would have stood quiet. Well, he gotta stay quiet for if he didn't do it.
It don't feel like the shooter or the suspect is telling. Because
pay attention, y'all. You gotta see through this shit. You gotta see through the conspiracy sometimes.
Because once you throw out the cell phone evidence, at this point, it's kind of like, how do we put him at the location? So he hasn't really like fully told you because they believe the case is weak and they can beat it. But once he's found guilty, once they put him right where he belongs, man, it's over with, bro. It's done for, man. It's over with. Now,
hold up. He said once they put him right where he belongs. What do you mean? He's saying Grizzly belongs in jail. You want him booked, bro. Like my son, bro, he talked to somebody and they got him automatically biased. Like you can't react to this and back everything he's saying without being biased, bro. Like, I'm just breaking this whole shit down, and it's like, he sound like he wants him packed up already, yes.
The family.
What is it with, and I'm light-skinned, bro. What is it with the media always trying to tear down black men, bro? Successful black men at that. Ones that already beat the, it's like they just don't want them to see them. They don't want to see them there, bro. I'll be getting that feeling, bro. And everybody just wants to get views and clout, and it just sucks that this becomes a trend because more people are just gonna agree and be like, "Oh my God, T Grizzly tried to kill his own," instead of like really like questioning everything, Like they just sitting there like.
Jobina's Brown family has been very suspicious.
That's why low key's here. You feel me? I gotta give y'all a certain perspective.
And when I was so wide, they said, "Listen."
Feel me?
The family has been suspicious of T Grizzly because he continued to hang with the people that the family believes is responsible for the aunt's death. if Wu Thing, aka Wu 600, is from 600, and T Grizzly groomsman in his wedding last year was Buka 600, the family is like, come on, man. We not born yesterday, y'all. If the hit was for you, then why you still hanging out with those people? So it's not just us. The family themselves is upset that T Grizzly is still hanging out with the people.
That is weird. That is weird. But however,
aunt, daughter.
I don't know if y'all know about gangs and stuff like that, right? Obviously, if Wu 600 or whatever, or Wu Thing that's a part of 600, so they claim was the one that committed the murder, right? Who's to say that he was still affiliated with 600 at the time? You know? What if he was jealous of Buka 600 being so close with T Grizzly and he wasn't? That he knew where T Grizzly was going to be and he popped off to retaliate because he was jealous of Buka for being close with T Grizzly, probably in a powerful point in his career. Bro, come on now, bro. Like, people don't even question these things, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like it could have been some underlying factors that drove him to do what he did. It couldn't have just been T Grizzly gave him money. Because why is he talking now once conspiracies become a trend? It's crazy, y'all.
Niece, mother, wife, etc., etc. What I can say, man, is this started off as a simple conspiracy. This started off as y'all telling me, Flacco, oh, you reaching, Flacco.
You're reaching, bro. No. Flacco, I don't even know you, bro. I paused it on multiple parts, bro. You sound biased as fuck, my nigga. Real shit, bro. Real shit. Like, I think any New York nigga, like, if this was my boy, right? Like, let's say T Grizzly was my dog, right? And the whole internet was crucifying him and shit. You think I'm not gonna listen twice to everything you saying? And bro, and I listened to a lot of the shit he said, bro. And he's like, even the sheriff knows you got something to do with it. How do y'all know? Where's the proof? And then he's like, once they put him where he belongs. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy for you to say, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. You want this man locked up. For what reasons, I don't understand. But like he said, he got personal information. He got connections that's within the family. Somebody in the family's probably believing all this conspiracy bullshit and is like, nah, this is crazy. Like, this is what happened. Da-da-da-da. Even if they're there, where's the camera footage, bro? You know how distorted your memory could be from 2019 to now? You really think you're gonna remember second for second what you did? Bro, come on now, bro. These people lying, bro. Somebody's lying, bro.
Still police if this is true?
Could be the person that created the conspiracy.
This ain't no street stuff. If this is true, if a wife and a mother was killed and she wasn't in the streets, she wasn't no gangbanger, she wasn't none of that, is this still street stuff if she gets justice?
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Is it? Y'all got it backwards, homie.
No, you got it backwards, bro.
This ain't no street stuff.
You need to be like, bro. He needs to learn the difference between biased and unbiased, bro.
This ain't no street stuff.
You're biased. T Grizzly's not gonna fuck with you. If T Grizzly beats this case, he's not gonna fuck with you, my boy. Never would he ever, bro.
He ain't got no more.
Bro, he's made like 4 videos on T Grizzly, bro. Never would he ever fuck with you, bro.
Wife or ex-wife, because when you go to jail, like, bro, the uncle got sentenced to 9 years. He was 3 months into the sentence when Jovina Brown passed away. A 9-year sentence, bro, that's your ex-wife at that point. But if T Grizzly was effing on the uncle's wife 3 months into his sentence, that's a man that ain't got no loyalty to nobody. And all he does is rap about backdooring. Nah, but this is bro. Y'all let me know in the comments section.
Bro, I don't believe this shit, bro.
I can't believe this.
I don't believe this. I can't believe it at all. You're right. I don't believe none of that, y'all. Y'all pray for T Grizzly. Pray for Ms. Brown. You know, nobody should lose their life like that, like I said. But pray for T Grizzly too, y'all, because they making him sound real crazy. I'm gonna post this, and I'm gonna post this in favor of T Grizzly. I'm gonna do something different because I feel like I just debunked why Flacco's whole like testimony and his angle is biased as fuck, and there's no evidence, no cold hard evidence, bro. This is the system we talking about, bro. It goes by evidence, bro. You gotta have some receipts on the table, bro, or they're not gonna believe nothing you talking about or popping, bro. So, respectfully, bro. I'm all for that. Y'all, I hope T Grizzly beats all these allegations. We on to the next part though. I really wanted to also talk about let's talk about 50 Cent and Dave Blunt's